Good afternoon and welcome to The Kicked Peanut, aka TKP. This is just a random shoot the shit style, talk show. I don't really have much of an intro. Anyway, today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday, November 20th, 2022. Of course, I am Xander, and I am joined by what appears to be a shark of the stuffed animal variety with
Yeah.
a Pam Poovy.
Pam Poovy. Pam
Yep.
Poovy's here. Hiding behind her shark.
Pam Poopy. Poov Pammy.
Yeah, aka who is Alice?
AKA
I'm gonna give you like a
Stapes.
belly rub. Yes I am. Yes I am.
Oh my god. That shark gets more affection than I do. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
But no.
Anyways,
Alice, how's your week been since our last show? Anything interesting, to you personally? Anything interesting in, current events?
well, I did see like a really funny Karen event while waiting for the bus the other day. Like over at the Lowe's parking lot across the street from my work. That was really interesting.
What
It was
happened?
all about like it was all over a shopping cart and one lady not putting her shopping cart away. So it was like kind of like the shopping cart police kind of thing situation. But this Karen got really, really, really upset. So the lady left the cart like right next to her car, and but I just watched it from afar, packing a cigarette and just like going, all right.
Yeah, people get really weird with shopping carts. By the way, your camera, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the oversaturation of light, but you look like you're made of static. Anyway,
Probably.
like your story reminds me. There's a YouTube channel, at least one out there, where this guy goes around and like he puts like a sticker on people's car if they don't like
Oh, it's
return
a
the shop.
magnet. It's a
Yeah.
magnet.
Yeah,
Sticker.
magnet.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
dude, I understand. Like, yeah, people should put their card away, but why go to such lengths to troll people? What is it to you? Seriously, like,
He calls them lazy bones too. I watched a few of his episodes that are on YouTube. They're kind of funny though at the same time.
dude, I'm letting you know. And if he's watching, or anybody who watches that show, if they're watching, if that guy tries to pull that shit on me, I'm gonna break his face. Like, you
I know.
know,
Well, that's the point. Like, what's really funny is be careful. Don't chase after him because he'll lure you to the cart corral. And then
yeah,
he's like, and then he'll be like, well, why didn't you bring your cart with you while you're chasing after me?
yeah, no, like, see, and that's like, I can see the comedy in that, but at the same time, like, that's just why, like, you're taking time and energy out of your day just to be a dick, because like at the end of the day, you're not any better than him. You're provoking people. You're forcing people to be aggressive. Like, yeah,
Well,
they chose that response, but
not everyone's going to
action
be
and
aggressive.
reaction.
Well, not everyone's aggressive about it. Most people are like, you got a point. I mean, it's only a few extra seconds to put the cart to a cart corral instead of leaving it in the parking lot right there next to your car. I got what his point, but like at the same time, like he was on Dr. Phil. Like Dr. Phil called him a bully.
He
You
kind
should
of
look up
is.
the Dr. Phil one. Yeah, dude, yeah, he's got a Dr. Phil episode of him. I can't remember what he calls himself, like the Cart Patrol or something like
Yeah,
that.
well,
Hang on a
like,
second. Everything's frozen on here for me. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna fix this. I'll be right back.
okay. Well, anyway, while she's AFK, I'm going to bring up our first article here. Actually, I'm going to talk about this. Actually, never
Yeah, right.
mind. She's back. So,
Yep, I told you. I told you how to just like pop out and pop back in.
yeah, well, I can't
Now-
just sit here and have dead air. Like, I have to fill it with something. So, I just
Yeah.
had to start talking. I don't know how long you're going to be,
No,
or
it's
what.
gonna be popping in. So so you are gonna show this article of the.
Yeah, I have a couple things lined up here. But, like, do you have anything else, like, interesting your past week?
Aside from this being my only day off until Thanksgiving, well, which actually is nice because I totally forgot how it's crazy how quickly. Hey.
Hey, the Slayer!
Yeah.
And thank you very much for joining us, dude. I noticed you were still doing your stream. I actually have it up in the corner.
I'm AFK on the stream right now.
Oh, you're still streaming?
Yeah, I'm still streaming on
Oh.
the PlayStation, but I'm AFK off the stream right now.
Well, don't keep your viewers waiting too long. But, yeah, but I appreciate you dropping by. Thank you.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't AFK to join in here. I was gonna join in here regardless.
Hi.
I was joining no matter what.
Well, while we have you here now, why don't you let us know, like, what have you been up to this past week? Like, anything interesting that happened in your life? Anything in current events, news? You know, do you have anything to say? Say it.
Well, as of yesterday, I was able to finally get you to watch the Batman. I was able to get that. I mean, it wasn't that I had to talk you into it.
No, it's been on my list.
We just kept forgetting about it.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Man, it was really good. I want to watch it again, actually.
Yeah. I made some minor improvements to my phone.
Huh.
Got a silicone case for it.
You got a webcam? You got that webcam that lists last Monday, right?
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, I did. I did get a webcam. Indeed.
Nice. Yeah, what was it? No, Alice, we watched like the 2022 one, the new one.
The one with Robert Pattinson in it?
Oh, yeah, it's really good.
I actually just watched it this last week too, ironically enough.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, give me a second here. My thing's
really
being
good.
a Duke canoe. There we go. But yeah, no, I just watched it about, what was it? Like, I watched it about a week ago, actually, yeah.
Yeah. Well, as for me, the past week,
And I purchased this big shark. Check this out, dude.
Yeah, big shark. That is a not baby shark. Do. So.
Dude, no, I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adult
Like,
shark.
It takes up the part. Look, my boyfriend has a shark head.
Shark boyfriend.
Sharky, shark. Yeah, okay.
No, anyway, my past week, pretty much like anybody could just go and watch any of the videos. Like, it's been, once again, eventful, gaining knowledge every day. I shall join you. Smoking live on camera. Because we G like that, yo Holmes. Wow, I am obscenely white.
Indubitably. Indeed.
Damn.
I'm wearing this lovely sweater shawl blanket / dress.
It looks like a monochrome muumuu.
Oh gosh. My boyfriend was my rester for my phone.
And he
so
moved.
Using my phone. And then he moved his arm. So yeah, he was holding the phone up for me.
He's being an uncooperative phone stand, is what you're saying.
Well, he is sleeping. He looks adorable. But I'm not going to show his face with his
don't.
big, with his penis nose.
Penis nose.
Oh, he did. I was hoping he was going to say something right there, but he didn't. He's too tired to even say it. So.
Well, let him sleep. Well, why are you talking next to a sleeping man? What? Come on.
Because right now we have like these 30 mile-an-hour wind gusts outside, and it's it's maybe for me that's not a huge deal, but for the microphone it is, and it's it's 30 degrees, so it makes it go down to maybe a 10-degree chill, not -10 or anything like that. That's nothing. I can tolerate it, but it's just more so my microphone on my phone won't handle it. It's been gusty all day. New pressure systems coming through, I think, in the East Coast.
Yeah, here it got pretty warm again. It's 77 right now.
Yeah, because I was just gonna ask, how's the weather out in Cali?
It's it's slightly breezy. We had some wind a couple days ago, off and on and stuff, and it was cold. But now it's back up to 77. So,
Yeah, because I was gonna say, it's been breezy out here too, consistently, but today it's been the windiest of the last week. But it's been breezy out here, but it's been pushing in all this cold air from Canada, from the Jacquard region and Toronto-y Maple Leaf area.
Oh, well, that explains it. All of their collected hot air is causing a weather disturbance.
Yeah, there's a new pressure system coming through, so that's what's going on, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I've been listening. Like, I recommend this is just like a nonchalant, like not advertisement, but just a shout out for anyone who watches this. Brian Holyall or Ryan Holyall, like he has a really good weather YouTube channel,
Hmm.
like that's pretty consistent, goes all across the whole country, what's going on and all that. Like I do recommend him for weather updates. So that's where I get all my cool weather info. I'm like, woohoo!
Ryan
Like he's pretty
Holyall.
smart.
I will add his link to the underbar here for
Yeah,
anybody who wishes.
I do. Yeah, he's a really cool. Like I think he's a good meteorologist. He posts in East Coast time, I think, too, like when he has his like little info and stuff, but he gives you like a week, sometimes even out to 3 weeks of what he could project. And he has been pretty spot on for actually November. So I was like, oh hell yeah, dude. I like him. He's decent.
Yeah.
You know me, I like weather more than anything in the world, so aside from hockey.
Yeah. Well, without certain weather, you wouldn't even get hockey unless you like street hockey.
Speaking of weather and space, let's
Yeah.
get into that article that I sent you earlier here.
Yeah,
Like
because
this whole
we have to actually keep the show within a time frame. I have a block party to attend to in 48 minutes.
Yeah,
So,
you do. Yeah, let's get into it.
here we go. NASA once again declines to rename the James Webb Telescope, Space Webb Telescope, whatever. The James
Yep.
Webb Space Telescope will remain the James Webb Space Telescope, despite criticism from some astronomers who refuse to call it that. Okay, well, I still think Pluto's a planet, so.
Well, no,
Anyway,
did you read out the reason why though?
yeah.
Like why they? Yeah, the
They
circumstances of
object.
it.
They object to honoring Never a Straight Answer administrator who led the agency at a time when the government persecuted gay workers. But after an extensive review of historical records, NASA now says it found no evidence that Webb was either a leader or a proponent of firing government employees for their sexual orientation. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So based off of something just off of like possibility, not even like sure. Like they're going, dude, stop being woke. Just stop it. Look into the space and tell us about planets and shut up about everything else. Okay?
You don't
Seriously.
care about your sex. How does your sexuality have anything to do with the Crab Nebula,
I know.
25 million light years away or something?
Yeah.
You know, what
Like,
is like I don't your identity. I don't care.
yeah.
You know, I just want to know about it. Like, hey, like, well, Professor so and so. Professor's not whatever. You can be Professor this or whatever.
Actually,
I don't get
hold on a
it.
second.
But like
Yeah.
people just want to ruin all like. I just don't like how all these people are getting so sensitive. Like, you remember the whole sticks and
Oh.
stones like my bones and but names will never hurt me.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Well, like, I want to read this paragraph here too,
Well,
real
words will
quick.
never hurt me.
Yeah.
Words will never hurt.
I want to read this paragraph real quick because I remembered something from the history show today that ties in with this. So, space telescopes have traditionally been named after scientists like astronomer Edwin Hubble, but back when NASA was designing and building what is now its flagship telescope, an administrator unilaterally decided to name the powerful instrument after James Webb, an accomplished leader who oversaw the Apollo program that sent astronauts to the moon. Now, I brought that up because Edwin Hubble. Want to know something interesting about him?
What?
Today was his birthday in 1889.
What? Oh, happy birthday, Hubble.
Yep. He is an American astronomer, discoverer of galaxies and the redshift, born in Marshfield, Missouri, died in 1953.
And they still use the Hubble telescope to this day, don't they? They haven't fully retired it, have they?
Yeah, well, the James Webb is supposed to be its replacement, I believe. So.
Yeah, James Webb is the replacement. But do you remember how long they kept, like, they were supposed to launch that back in, what, like, 2016 or 2017?
I don't remember.
Or no, I heard, like, I started reading about the James Webb back in, like, 2012. And they're saying something like 2015 or 17 or something like that. Like, then they kept moving it back and back because of, like, you know, red tape and
That sounds
stuff
about
like
right.
that.
But here, redshift, because I wanted to look this up while we were doing the history show, but I just never did. But redshift, we know about this. In physics, a redshift is an increase in the wavelength and corresponding decrease in the frequency and photon energy of electromagnetic radiation The opposite change, a decrease in wavelength and simultaneous increase in frequency and energy, is known as a negative redshift or blue shift. So, and he was the discoverer of that. Discoverer of various galaxies and of redshift. So speaking of, Hubble. So.
Oh, Hubble. That's what I thought. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was
sorry,
just reading what Hubble discovered.
So going off, and it was making my ears ring in a weird way.
You sure it wasn't Havana syndrome?
No, it's not Havana syndrome. I have tinnitus or tinnitus,
tinnitus,
or whatever you call it.
At least it's not.
I call it tinnitus. I like to say it the way Archer does on the show Archer. Tinnitus.
Well, hey, let's move on up here. Golden Loon, you gonna join us today?
No, I don't have time.
Okay. So here, speaking of space and whatnot, Artemis.
Yeah, wasn't Noah talking about this?
Yeah, I pinged him earlier, and he hasn't responded. And I got another ping in the Y files. Who wants me now?
I remember, because I think I remember you guys talking in that evening news show a couple days ago about Artemis. It's supposed to go to the moon, right?
Yeah, well, this is the first. This Artemis 1 thing is going to be putting in geosynchronous satellites or something around the moon, taking pictures of the dark side, and all that stuff. But this is the first step because this is what's going to lead us up to landing on the moon once again. So.
So it's about mapping out the moon.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Well, they already have a lot of maps of the moon. I mean, you can go to Google Space and you can look at Venus, on your computer.
Yeah.
It's wild, but.
Well, you can't see Venus's actual surface because of all the gas.
Yeah. But
nothing can, the gas before how many seconds did that one probe record? I think and take a picture of the ground before it melted.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
It was a couple minutes maybe. If I think it was less. I don't know. It was pretty. It didn't take long at all.
Yeah.
I was only able to take 2 or 3 pictures maybe.
Yeah.
Before it just.
And the reason why we're even bringing up all these subjects is because we were supposed to start our ufology, paranormal, science, and technology show yesterday, but due to a...
I don't want to talk about Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky, the cool thing about our show here is that we can talk about whatever we want.
Exactly. Well, no, I'm talking about, this used to be the Jabberwocky, so...
You know what we could do for, a Sunday Jabberwocky one time?
Well,
we could talk about, do it, there was this thing that this one ghost paranormal show that I used to listen to called good God, Darkness Radio, and they had Parashare Mondays. Maybe one day we have a night where we talk about people's own personal ghost experiences.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can get some people in chat to write in our chat and we can share it into the show.
Well, that'd actually be good for the paranormal ufology show because that's a show all rolled into one.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could do that.
Because as you see, every one of the shows that we do are kind of more or less the same but themed differently. They all have their talking aspect. They all have the banter aspect. This show is just all about it. Every subject. Yeah,
we can talk about whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
We could talk about coal fungus if we wanted to, but we're not going to.
I don't want to talk about Burger King foot lettuce. Thank you very much. Number 15. So
you're having a block party here.
Yeah. We went and got some potato salad, and we put it.
Oh, got some? Did you make anything else? Did you make some Jello or anything?
No.
Or did you bring cookies?
Well, they got desserts. We did buy cookies. Dad had it in his head, even though I read it several times, the paper, they cover desserts. I'm they said they'll have desserts. I want to get cookies at Costco. So we went and got cookies at Costco, and he's oh shit, I didn't know they had desserts. I'm I fucking told you. He's oh well, bleh, I'm old. So then we went back. So we needlessly spent $10 on a whole bunch of cookies that just more sugar shit and crap that we don't need to eat. On top of we bought one of their pies, big ass pumpkin pie for $5. Huge. We spent less for the pie than we did for the cookies. And we must have looked a sight because so we went in there, we got the pie, we got a couple muffins, we got cookies.
Muffins.
Yeah, and they got the chocolate.
Hey, go eat those goddamn cookies.
Hey, come back here. I have help. Don't
Hey,
you worry
Dad.
your pretty little head, my dad. I will destroy those cookies given time. So, anyway, yeah.
Well, that's fun.
Welcome to a day in the life of Xander. This is just how things are in my world. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to a block party.
yeah.
That sounds like fun.
But yeah, no. So now we have like we have all these sweets. Like, we got something else too.
You know what you could do? You could blend some of those sweets up and make like a pie crust with them,
Or
and make like a French silk pie out of like all those cookie crumbs.
Or
Ooh.
I can get a couple of those cookies, make a bowl of ice cream, and cold stone it.
Oh, and make an ice cream sandwich.
No, I take the spoon and I just mush the cookie into the ice cream.
Oh yeah. Well, you do that with brownie.
Well, brownie cookie. Have you ever been to a cold stone?
Yes, I have once or twice back when I was 19 years old. I think I went.
Dang, that was back during the Mesozoic age, right?
But shut the fuck up. I'm only a couple years older than you.
Still older.
Dude,
Oh,
no,
man, I shouldn't be making fun of you like this in front of Slayer, who's vastly younger than me. So,
God, you're just setting a bad
Because
example.
I can
Dude,
roast
my
you.
boss does that to me. Like, my boss at my work fucking makes fun of me.
Who
like
is
that.
also
He goes,
younger than you.
Were you born in the 60s? I'm like, dude, that was my sister.
were you born in the 60s?
Yeah, my
Yes.
sister was born in the 60s, so
We know
one would
you're
think
going
that I
to-
was. I was
Like,
born
y'all
in the
forgot
80s,
around.
man.
Hold on, what's up, Slayer?
Did y'all forget Carrera is older than both of you?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know Career's older than me, but he's
Actually-
not even in here, is he?
No, he's in the
He
server.
also looks though.
Well, no, I'm saying, is he on in
No,
here, like in
well,
the
he's
chat
not.
right now?
I don't know if he's on right now. Like I think he's online.
He's just not in the show.
Yeah, he's online. He's not in the show.
Yeah,
So-
and unfortunately, I can't continue the show without you, and you gotta go to your stupid little block party thing.
I'm sorry. I
you-
actually have a life outside my computer for once.
Thank God.
I
Thank
know,
God
right?
You do. I've been telling you need to do something. Get out
Well,
of the
hey,
house.
I was gonna let you know. Yesterday, I took an unintentional entire day off.
Good for you.
Because like we were doing the show. See, we were doing the show, and my dad did the best thing he could have done for me accidentally. So like me and my infinite wisdom, and I thought I was being smart when I was setting everything up, because remember I reset my entire computer, moved my monitors, all that stuff, a month ago or whatever. Like, so I have that power strip plugged into an outlet in the wall that's controlled by a light switch. So, like, when you turn off your computer, there's still some ambient lighting and everything. That's just wasted power. So I had this whole intention in my head. I was going to shut off every night and have no glowing lights, just save as much energy as possible, But that also turned off the router and the Wi-Fi, the modem and the router. And then, so, like, because, the next morning and everything, Dad was trying to connect to the Wi-Fi, which he couldn't. He got all pissed off at me about it, which, rightfully so. So I have since moved them to different outlets, so they're not affected by the light switch, but still, I don't do the light switch anymore. So yesterday, we were doing the show, and then, like, during, like, the intro, like, I was, like, seriously, like, talking about, like, oh, blah, 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 today is yada, yada. And then he came in, and, the room is dark, because we have the windows blocked out. And just instinctively, he's never done this before, he flips the light switch, the one that controls the computer, and everything went, just, like, I'm just sitting here talking, and everything just goes black. And I just, like, I didn't know what to do. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And I just look over, and then he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what the hell did you do? And he felt so bad, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. So then we restarted. Like, I got everything back up and running and everything, and I didn't notice several of the settings were reset to defaults, including, like, camera, audio, and stuff like that. So I fixed a little bit but I didn't fix everything. That I didn't see it. I'm in a rush to start the show again. So then we get into 1800, like the late 1800s, which yesterday was the anniversary of the Lincoln's speech, the Gettysburg Address. It's the anniversary of the Gettysburg Address, and we had just talked about that. And Scott, bless his heart, and I've since sent him a couple messages and DMs and everything, and I'm hoping that he just joins the community, not because he has a problem with me, fine, but just come back to the community. I was wrong for what I did, but he notified me live on the show yesterday that he couldn't hear what I was saying. So then I checked OBS, and the setting was reset, and it wasn't picking up my audio.
Yeah.
So that entire time,
it's going to tweak some stuff.
Yeah. So despite what happened between Scott and I, he's still looking out for me like that. And if it wasn't for him, I probably would have done the whole show and then not even noticed. So he
Scott's
really,
a good guy like that.
he really looked out for me big yesterday, and
my camera stand moved again.
Yeah. But anyway,
Scott's a good guy like that.
So by then we decided to just we're gonna try to do a full restart at 11, and I'm thinking, and what really makes this show unique is the back and forth, the commentary, the spontaneousness of everything, and we can't really. Oh, you did change your pants.
I'm not going as twinsies. I make this show.
Wow.
Unique. Let's face it.
Well, you do contribute.
It's gonna be awkward for whoever just joins in, watching live, and just log in, and the first thing they hear is, "Oh, you did change your pants."
No, because both Dad and I have I have my pants are camo pants, Vietnam era cargo pants, and
so you're wearing camouflage cargo pants with a Hawaiian shirt. All right. Yeah, that sounds pretty.
You know what?
That sounds more Hawaiian, like Pearl Harbor-ish.
Let me put on a completely unfitting hat. There we go.
Oh God! And now it's like Indiana Jones.
Oh my God, a boulder! So, no. Anyway, no. So we decided to just cancel this date in history yesterday, and I did do a quick little live stream vlog type thing. A minute and change, explaining what was going on and whatnot. And we were supposed to start the ufology, paranormal, science and technology show yesterday, but I just decided, you know what, screw it. We'll just take a break for the whole day, and that's what we did. And that was the first time I've actually had a break, an actual day off. Now it's not like I work my ass off, this show is very easy to do. When you really get down to brass tacks, this show is really easy to do, and it's you guys that make it work. Honestly, I'm just a foundation, but a building's not a building, without its foundation. But a building's also not a building without a front door, without a wall, without a ceiling. And that's what you guys are. We are all conjunctioned.
Without structure.
Yes, yeah, we're all one. Is the thing. We are the Omni Coalition. Is what I'm saying. But that was the first time I've actually had not doing a show the whole day in a long time, since last time I didn't do since before I started doing the news show, I believe, maybe, or maybe.
Yeah.
So it's been at least a month and a half, 2 months or so. I don't know. It's been a while, and I was hungover and. It's not that I'm stressed or overworked, but it is nice to just chill and not worry, about, oh God, I got to do this, I got to do that, and then afterwards, but I'm paying for that today.
I've told you you've needed. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Xander, but I've told you need to do this for a long time, and you didn't like me telling you that.
Well, I never said I didn't. I just, I can't because the show must go on.
No, it doesn't mean that you. No, it's not that you can't. You just what you need to. What should happen is maybe on those days, maybe we figure out where. Maybe if you need to have a day, we have someone else do it for you.
Well, yeah, I love that, but you need to have a computer, and I don't know really who can do it.
I don't have a computer for that, but I do know that there might be someone in the server that might be willing to do that for you, though. If you reach out to them, I'm sure. one of us could all figure it out. I don't know how to stream for shit on like my
Well, you
thing.
know me, I don't
know.
like going out and reaching out to put people to work like that. It's just that's
Well,
one of my
maybe
shortcomings.
there's something we can figure out in the behind the scenes. We'll find somebody. I can see if we can find someone who could help do that.
Yeah,
I
because
don't
what I
know.
do is very, very easy. It's actually going to get a bit more complicated here upcoming soon because I'm planning on jumping up into Streamlabs so I can do simultaneous multi-platform live streaming unilaterally. So I can
That,
stream to my YouTube, to the Omni Coalition's YouTube, and to the Omni Coalition's Twitch all at the same time. You know?
that doesn't sound bad. Whoa.
Exactly, because the Y-Files does that. They stream live on YouTube and Facebook. Now we're not going to have a Facebook ever, but unless well, I don't know. I was going to say Elon Musk, blah blah blah, but I just don't trust that guy at all. What?
It's called Meta now. It's
Ugh.
not Facebook. Meta.
Well, Google is called Alphabet now, but we still call it Google. So.
Mm.
But yeah, no. Anyway, let's. This article here: scientists simulated a black hole in the lab, and then it started to glow. So, okay, they didn't actually make a black hole; they simulated a black hole, and then it started to emit light. So that's weird.
I don't like the idea of us simulating these kind of things on our
Well,
planet.
the fact that they're telling us means that they've already done this 10 years ago, if not longer. So, a new kind of black hole analog could tell us a thing or two about an elusive radiation theoretically emitted by the real thing. Using a chain of atoms in single file to simulate the event horizon of a black hole, a team of physicists has observed the equivalent of what we call Hawking radiation, particles born from disturbances in the quantum fluctuations caused by the black hole's break in space-time. This, they say, could help resolve the tension between two currently irreconcilable frameworks for describing the universe. The general theory of relativity, which describes the behavior of gravity as a continuous field known as space-time, and quantum mechanics, which describes the behavior of discrete particles using the mathematics of probability. For a unified theory of quantum gravity that can be applied universally, these two immiscible theories need to find a way to somehow get along. This is where the black holes come into the picture. Possibly the weirdest, most extreme objects in the universe. These massive objects are so incredibly dense that they often get confused for me. Within a certain distance of the black hole's center of mass, no velocity in the universe is sufficient for escape, not even
That was
light
just terrible,
speed.
Xander.
Yeah, and I'll leave the rest of this article here for people to go and view. It's in the
Xander,
under our description, but
Did you hear? Did you hear about the time that where actually they recorded a black hole where something was ejected out of the black hole?
yeah, I was actually talking with Speedweed and Madness in the Y-Files Discord server. Shout out to the Y-Files again.
Y-Files?
The
I don't really
Y-Files,
go
but
in there.
yeah,
I think I'm part of it, but I don't think
Yeah,
I go in there.
yeah. Yeah, you are. Like we've kind of like melded into like one, even two different beings. I don't know. It's kind of weird because a lot of the most active people over there are over here, and a lot of the most active people over here are over there. So it's like we're married.
Oh, that's so cute.
But no, like yeah, we were talking about that. Like literally, I was talking with Speedweed and Madness about the black hole ejection things, and I mentioned something about Hawking radiation. You know. And yeah, like I remember seeing something that if a black hole, it can eat too much and then throw up, so to speak. So if it eats too much matter, it then ejects it out of its poles, in violent energy bursts.
Or there it could be certain types of matter that can actually be rejected, that will just be rejected by a black hole,
Yeah,
no matter how much the black hole is consumed.
yeah, it really depends on the matter, the mass, and
I'm
whatnot.
sure
And like,
there's got to be something. It is the most like unstoppable force, like a black hole. Yeah, everything gets sucked up into it, and it's unstoppable.
yeah,
But then there's certain matter where it's just like, well, no, we don't want you. It's just kind of like a magnetic rebound, maybe. I don't know.
well, you
idea.
want to talk about something else that's extremely dense. You know who else's birthday it is today?
That color was way bigger than it really is. That I just picked up on the ground.
A quarter.
I was looking down at it, but the angle it was at, it looked way bigger than it when I picked it up. And I was like,
Maybe it changed sizes.
It almost looked like a 50-cent coin. Yeah, could have been
Yeah.
could have been the Matrix.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, inflation right there. You know?
Oh, speaking of, I did finally watch that fourth Matrix movie.
Oh, no. So,
Eh,
is it as bad
no.
as I think it is?
I don't know what to think about it.
Then I'm not going to bother. But,
I'm like, it smells like shame and hurt feelings.
huh.
But at the same time, I mean, it has some pretty cool scenes, and like there are some good parts to it. Like, I get what they were trying to do, but
And also, don't spoil anything. I don't know if people actually care, especially about
no,
this.
See, I'm not spoiling anything by what I'm saying. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I get what they were trying to go for, and I'm just like, okay, I can appreciate it. The cinematography is fairly decent, pretty good. I mean, it's Keanu Reeves. I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I can look past all the whatevers that for Canada.
Bless you.
Bless you. I mean, right?
Bro, like, at risk of grossing the viewers
Yeah,
out, like, dude, earlier this week, like, I was, during one of the history shows, like, I had to sneeze, and I like, shoo, but, oh man, like, I don't know if any spray got caught on camera, but it was wet, like, and I'm just, I had to go in afterwards. I just deleted that out. I didn't even look to see if there was a spray. Just, it was loud, and I even said, like, I said on camera, I'm sorry if anybody saw anything, because there was a lot. So,
I just, propaganda.
yeah. But yeah, no, like, did you hear what I said earlier? Like, speaking of black holes and things that are super, super dense,
Yeah.
Do you know who else's birthday it is today?
Well, you did say it was Hubble's birthday today.
But who else?
What is today? Today the night.
The 20th.
The 20th.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you watching my stream?
I can't. It's kind of being frozen and weird. My stream
Okay.
thingy-majigger.
Well, I'll just
I
let
don't
you
know.
I'm
know.
watching. Oh,
Oh, is it?
It's
Oh.
Jokus's birthday.
Yep.
You're wait.
I
Wait,
wanna-
Do you know? Wait, I noticed Andrew remembers the nickname that I gave Mike.
What, Brandon?
No, not Brandon. No.
What
when
year?
I called
What
him
year
the
was
one-
it though?
When
So
it was when
November
you,
20th,
Carrera, and
right?
I were doing a show.
Oh.
19.
When I called him Jokus POTUS.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
I mean, he
What
is
year was Biden you born in then?
Are you okay,
besides
Alice?
Scott Payton.
Alice?
What year was Biden born in?
42. Are you okay, dude? Are you crying? What's going on?
No. It's like I'm not crying.
Okay.
No, I had my hair, I was flicking it, and I had
Oh.
like a shorter hair, and it went right into
Oh, it
my
was.
eyeball.
Oh, ow.
Oh,
Yeah, my own hair stabbed my eye, and so I'm
That's
like,
not
oh.
nice. That's not very cash
Yeah.
money.
you just stabbed your eye.
So,
So it is Jokus POTUS's birthday today.
yeah.
No, yeah, like no, I just like I
Too old.
had spray hair that just went. It's
Huh.
just my right eye. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. It don't matter. None of this matters.
So let's move on up here. No, there isn't a hole in the universe. Now, like, I remember seeing this. Actually, let me do this here so I can get a bigger screen. Oops.
There's
there we
not
go.
a hole in Antarctica's butthole.
No. You know that giant void in space where there's no stars, no anything, no gases, like, and scientists couldn't explain it?
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, I'll read it right here. For many years, a claim has been circulating that there's a hole in the universe 1 billion light years wide with no galaxies, no stars, or light of any type coming from within it. The picture that normally accompanies it is widely misleading, showing a dark cloud of gas and dust just a few hundred light years away, not a large-scale cosmic structure. But the claim itself isn't true. Even in the deepest depths of the largest cosmic voids, lots of matter still remains, as do stars, galaxies, and numerous electromagnetic signatures. Somewhere far away, if you believe what you read, there's a hole in the universe. There's a region of space so large and empty, a billion light years across, that there's nothing in it at all. Yada, yada, yada. But yeah, as it says here, and of course the link to this is in the underbar. Please go give this website the foot traffic. This is really interesting because they believe it was just there's nothing, and there's this whole theory that maybe there is a Kardashev scale of 3 or 4 civilization in there that somehow figured out a way to mask their existence, visibly, and otherwise to the rest of the galaxy or the universe or whatever, But apparently there is stuff there
that they can read. So there's readable mass inside there, but just blankness.
Yeah, what I'm getting from this is that this isn't a hole. This is just a random, gas pocket in between us and that side of the universe. So from our perspective, it looks like just a hole in the universe, but there's actually something in between. As George Carlin said, if you go, close enough to a chain link fence, it goes, it's about perspective and what you can see, in various wavelengths of light and whatnot. So there is not a hole in the universe. So that's good, I guess.
I never thought that was a hole to begin with. I just thought it was just a gap with where. Maybe there was just I just thought it was a dark amount of mass that was just blanketing anything that you could see behind it.
Yeah.
That's what I always kind of figured it was. I never thought it was a hole in the universe.
I was kind of hoping that it was a super advanced civilization that somehow pocketed themselves away, within the physical fabric of reality. But apparently not. So.
No. You never know. Maybe it is. It's just society saying otherwise.
Yeah, we never do know. All we know is what we're being told, and with that we have to take that with a grain of salt, so on and so forth.
Absolutely.
But anyway, does anybody have anything else to add?
Well, I saved 15% on car insurance.
Ah.
On my imaginary. Not me. It wasn't me that did it particularly. It was my big, gigantic imaginary thingy-majigger,
Oh, God.
And
why does that need car insurance?
It decided to call Geico. It needs its own mode of transportation, and apparently it decided to tell me that it saved 15% on car insurance today. And I was like, well, good for you.
I can tell you that your car gives a very bumpy ride.
Well, a dick is such a... My dick is such a dick, it won't even give me a ride to work.
Damn. And for those not in the know, we have a revolving joke, more or less, behind the scenes that's Alice...
Yeah, there's a really long joke about this, my big, giant, imaginary cock.
Yeah.
So it has a life of its own. It's becoming an evolving joke.
That's honestly horrifying.
It's getting out of hand.
I am actually somewhat frightened of a metaphor. This is
Yeah, dude, it's getting out of hand, man.
Giggity. That's what she said. Well, what about you, Slayer? You've been streaming God of War Ragnarok a lot lately. You got good stuff there.
Oh yeah, it's quite the game. It really is. It's something else.
I'm gonna have you're gonna, dude. You should send me a link in DMs to it sometime. Maybe I'll watch your stream of you playing the game. I've never seen the game, so.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I posted in the server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier to just DM it to me. Yeah. I'm a simple person like that. I'm too old. I'm as Xander says, I'm too old for this shit. Yeah. I'm like Danny Glenn and Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit.
Well, we have the stream video promotions channel, and I know Slayer is posting it twice, once in his server and once in mine, or in ours. But you're more than welcome if you want. You can Slayer. You can ping here, so anybody online at least will be able to see it.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I would like to play my Ark again.
but you have any plans for what you're going to stream when you're done? I mean, you're probably not going to be done with this game for quite some time because it's so much to do. But
yeah, there's so much. Like there's even stuff like just because there's 9 realms, so there's tons of stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot that if you get bored, you can just sit there and do it just for fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, then it's probably way too far out then. So I guess I'll just ask the question again in like a month or so. I was just wondering if you were thinking of like where you're going to go to from there. But as we've made it clear, it's such a big game. I mean, like we figured that out when I was looking for like cutscene movie. And I found one. It was 7 hours long. It is all cutscenes. There's none of that like, oh, there's like, about 30 seconds of combat at the end of this clip. No combat scenes whatsoever. No gameplay. All cutscenes over 7 hours. It is a big game. So.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It could very well be the biggest game of all time.
Quite possibly.
And like in terms of amount of things you can do, that just makes it even bigger.
Yeah. All the collectibles, and then, like, not to mention, like, you have to play it 3-4 times, like, in various difficulties to unlock all these different things, Like, are there any crazy unlockables that you know of? Like, can you be the Spud of War or the Cod of War again? Like, dress up in those fish costumes or whatever? Like...
The cool thing is about the game is that you're able to play as Atreus and Kratos, and you can have Freya as a companion throughout the game. Like throughout that game, you can have Freya as a companion, which is honestly, if you ask me, pretty badass.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you have a companion that is a former Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Like, well, the true Valkyrie queen.
Yep. Which isn't Thud or whatever her name is, Third or Thrud?
Thrud?
Yeah.
Oh, the daughter of War.
The extremely wide hip with the awesome sword lady.
That's the daughter of Thor.
Yeah.
She's like a couple years older than Atreus. Not by much, though. Barely.
I almost spoiled something, so I'm gonna like button my yap. So, but anyway, we gotta sign off here. I have a block party to go to. So, anyway, that shall conclude the show. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for having it on a leash here, but as I said, block party obligations, real life, blah. Anyway, yeah. Once again, like check all the description, the underbar, link to everything is down there. All the articles we've spoken about. The Slayers YouTube is down there as well. Although I don't know what it's labeled as. Doom's YouTube, Slayer's YouTube, Rombus's YouTube, whatever. The one that's not muffins. So
the one that is muffins.
Yeah, the one that's not muffins. Anyway, I was Eozander, and I was joined by
the Slayer.
Oh, I am Who is Alice, or Pampoovy,
aka Stapes. And I heard a snoring Mag in the background. So
it's the man. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, until you catch us next Sunday, or if you're interested in history, we stream history every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. We have news
1 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. We have news every weekday at 2 p.m. Pacific time.
And I think that is
5.
The 5.
Yeah.
5 p.m. Eastern.
Yep. And I'm starting this thing, like, every show we have 10 and 2. 10 and 2 just for you. So, anyway, whatever, you catch us next time. Until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles!
Toodles.
Bye.
Bye-bye.